before the Drake story arc, the stories were very. They were a 1 year thing, like, and the story would happen from the beginning of term to the end of term. So those 3 days, and there would be a villain to fight, usually Persephone, and that would happen. All right, buddy? Okay. So there were just one-off stories. When Spratty and Mike became involved, it was kind of a happy confluence of things that happened.
We sat down. Our friend Mikey was also coming in, largely for the same reasons I was. I mean, he would kind of seen a storm going on with the group before it had passed. Everybody was having a lot more fun with it, and he decided it was something that he wanted to be part of as well.
I realized that there was a opportunity to try something different and kind of turn it into more of an engaging multimedia experience. They already had a lot of great stuff, beautiful props, beautiful, the artwork, the presentations, the classes, all that were just so great, and everything was that whole tragedy of working live, where once it's done, it's done. And I thought that some of the stories would do best if we could augment with them. Take these, we could take the stories, the main storyline, and you can't just accomplish everything within the school and within 2 events a year. So what if we built the story a little bit in the background?
Because Brady was like, I want to write something bigger. If I'm going to do this, maybe we should do something bigger. And Mike was like, yeah, we can branch out into film and do that kind of thing, because I know how to do that.
Myself, Cody, Brian, and Mikey sat down and we started trying to just blueprint everything. What role would this person have in one world that would translate to another? I mean, how would he pull this off? And in those conversations, we developed what was going to be a 3-year storyline where this person would approach Avistrum, get involved, eventually be revealed, and ultimately be defeated. But the idea was to push the good guys at Avistrum a little bit further than they have in the past. So they needed the big bad for that. We thought this was a really, really effective way to do it.
So the Drake story arc came out of, okay, what's something cool that we can do, and we can make it last longer than 1 year. We can write this big epic thing. And so it was supposed to be a trilogy of shows, and we started going through it, and it ended up getting extended to 4 years because we just exposed Drake as the big villain guy, and it was actually Millie who had the idea of, yeah, you just brought in this great villain and now you're going to kill him the next year. And I think she said that to Spratty, and he was like, that's a good point, maybe we should go to 4 years. So we ended up extending it out to 4 shows, I should say, three solid years of shows, and doing film, and like we did a full-length feature with Worlds at War.
Film finally opened us up to tell so many stories and aspects of Avistrum that we could never, ever, ever dream of doing through live theater. That's a mixture of things with our budgets from the live show to just, there are things that you just cannot do at a live show that we were able to do with film. So that was very liberating, that we were finally able to present that aspect to the fans of Avistrum, and to ourselves, finally get to tell that story.
The swearing?
What is it? We're all working on an art project together, and we all had our strengths, and everybody brought their game to the table. We were able to do something that was a lot better than what I was expecting. I wanted something that was just, it told the story and just go with it. But what ended up happening was it's something that's, I find, very entertaining.
It was a lot more, it was a lot more hard work than live, in the sense that you would do the same scene over and over and over again until you got it right. Whereas live, you rehearsed it beforehand, of course, but once you did it, and it was how it came out, and there was kind of this organic sort of feel to the live. Whereas in film, you repeat it over and over and over again, and you have to hang on to the meaning of what you're saying and doing in order to keep the story real. But otherwise, yeah, the swearing and the quips about it being that kind of movie, the camaraderie and the laughter and the looseness in between takes.
So much work and so much time. My gosh, like for a live show, it's okay. You put in the time to write, but for the majority of the live shows, I mean, and the films actually, Spratty was doing most of the writing. We were just kind of proofreading and that kind of thing. So there wasn't the time invested for most of the creative team. Spratty did a lot, and so. There was that. Then you do rehearsals for like a month, maybe month and a half before, and then go into the show. 3 days, show's done, bang. So the whole thing for a live show, rehearsal to end, 2 months. Okay, that's pretty standard. With the film stuff, I mean, it seemed like every weekend for months that we were working on that. And it was more involved and more time consuming. Like I used to sit back and go, hear about Hollywood productions, and they're saying, oh yeah, they're in their 8th month of filming or something like that, and go, what's taking them so long? Now I know what takes them so long. It's just the setup and the teardown and the getting everything right, getting the lighting correct, getting the camera set right, the sound right. Blew so many takes because of freaking dogs barking somewhere in the distance that spoils a take, and so just that's the main thing, is that it's such a time commitment. And then after you get done filming, then you've got post, so you got to go in and do the sound editing and the film cutting and the final effects work and all that kind of stuff. And Mike's a genius where that comes from. So it's just a lot of work, but it's really neat because what you end up with, you can watch for ever if you want to. You can pop it in and watch it. And so that's cool because you've got a permanent product that you don't get with the live show.
It allowed us to hone it a lot more. When we're doing it live, there's a lot of unexpected things that we have to take into account. We just kind of have to roll with the flow, and we have to do it right the first time, and we have to be so much bigger than life, and take the product, so to speak, and push it in front of everybody's face. Where filming is we can go back and we can hone it and go, I didn't like that cut, dang it, Phil farted on camera, cut.
I can't breathe.
Well, the camera's rolling. Sound still good?
Sure. Smells bad, but it's good.
Somebody
Action. Who took a dump in the scene?
Let's try that again.
You did.
Action. Who took a dump in this scene? Awesome. Okay. Fine. You try it for a while. Who just farted in my shot?
We got the toss. I think we're okay. But I didn't get into the meditation thing.
No.
Really?
How could you?
Really? I
You fart live, Phil. You ruin the scene and we can't go back, Phil.
Loved filming. I loved it that there was a group of us who were working our chookuses off and kind of suffering sometimes when you think about the hot garage and the green screen and the sweat in the summertime or the sun on outdoor takes and the bugs and the exhaustion. And it was fantastic because to me it was this group of people with this amazing, brilliant, magical common goal, all working really, really hard to create a solid piece of work that would carry for a really long time. And the laughter and the camaraderie and the swearing.
Everybody was working together, and everybody was passionate about it, and everybody just had a good time doing it, and everybody poured a lot into it, and as a result, we all tried to come up with this great product, and we're all very proud of our product. And once we got one filming done, we looked at it and went, that's good. When do we do the next one? And it just made the next filming more and more exciting. Oh my God, now we've got this done, and this film is going to lead to the live. So now here we're going to the live, and we're excited about doing the live. And it just kept driving everything. It kept taking everything one step up. So filming in general, the environment of it, the people behind it, and the opportunities that were allowed to explore with filming is what I liked about doing the films, I guess. Plus, I just look awesome on camera. I'm just saying.
Oh, now we have video of Josh picking his nose.
Get in there.
Dig that sucker.
Yeah.
Get on it.
My name's Cole. Divination. I read boogers.
I do. I'm great. I translate better to film.